Good evening. Here is the world news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. Health workers threaten strike over federal government's neglect of sector. Ademokun urges FG to pass a law prohibiting politicians choose children. We will fight bandits with bees, poisonous snakes, and Motekun balls. Tukumamu, court gives DSS go-ahead to detain bandit negotiator. Scores injured, houses burnt in Jigawa gas explosion. Lady offers her kidney to save a Kwerimadu's daughter. Also breaking story, Ruto sworn in as Kenya's president. And still on foreign, Queen Elizabeth's coffin to be flown to London. And on sports, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury to fight in December. The news in detail. Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria, MDCAN, has threatened to embark on a 2-week industrial action in the health sector if the federal government fails to pay attention to their complaints. President of the association, Dr. Victor Makojola, who spoke the position of the association on Sunday, blamed the government for problems in the country's health sector. The MDCAN also appealed to National Assembly to dump the obnoxious bill seeking to amend the Teaching Hospital Act in its entirety. According to him, problems in the health sector remain largely unresolved by the government, with healthcare workers leaving the shores of the country in droves to move secured claims and with better conditions of service. Addressing newsmen in Benin City at the end of the National Executive Council (NEC) meeting of the Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria (MDCAN), Makojola said efforts by the government have been inadequate in addressing their problems. He said the apparent intention of the relevant government agencies to engender disruption of service in the secondary and tertiary health institutions across the country by the failure to implement the payment of the approved hazard allowance, pay outstanding arrears occasioned by skipping, extend the retirement age of health workers to limit ongoing massive brain drain in the health sector, as well as correct the shortfall in the salaries of honorary consultants who are clinical lecturers in the university. Moving to the next story, a US-based Nigerian medical doctor, Dr. Tomi Ademokun, has urged the federal government to pass a law to prevent political office holders from sending their children to schools abroad. She said the laws should also prevent them and their families from accessing health care abroad. Ademokun, a public health advisor at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, made the call in an interview in New York. If you hold a leadership position, you cannot access external services. Build it in your state and use it. Change begins with you, she said. The medical expert is of the opinion that such measures will make the leaders fix the health and education scores in Nigeria rather than going abroad to access those services. It saddens me to learn that when any top politician is sick, they go abroad for treatment. How come we're not building our health sector? On insecurity, Chairman of Oyo State Western Nigeria Security Network, codenamed Amotekun, General Kunle Togun, retired, has threatened to use of bees and poisonous snakes to attack bandits terrorizing the state and region. Togun, who stated these while delivering a lecture at the special meeting of Okeogun Development Consultative Forum, ODCF, held at the weekend in O2 Township Hall, O2 Itesiwaju local government area of the state, called on the federal government to allow operatives of the outfit to make use of AK-47 and other standard weapons to fight banditry in the southwestern states. He declared that Oyo State was the #1 target of the foreign bandits because of the vast land space, that it's close to foreign borders and body of thick forest where they could hide and attack the people, especially in the Okeogun region. Togun said during the COVID-19 global restriction, these people were allowed into Nigeria and every corner of the country they wished without hindrance. President Buhari is their backer, and we all know that. As regards the arrest of Tukur Mamu, a federal high court, Abuja, has granted a prayer by the Department of State Services, DSS, to detain the former terrorist negotiator, Tukur Mamu, and 60 more days. NAN report that Justice Nkionye Maha ruled on the ex parte motion moved by counsel for the DSS, Ahmed Magaji. Their security outfit in the motion marked FHC/ABJ/CS/1617/2022, dated and filed September 12, had urged the court to grant its relief to enable it to conclude its investigation on Mamu, who had been leading the negotiation with the terrorists for the release of the Abuja-Kaduna train passengers kidnapped in March. Daily Post reports that on September 6, Mamu was arrested by foreign security agents in Cairo, Egypt. Mamu was detained before being repatriated back to Nigeria. The DSS on Sunday warned Nigerians over making comments on its arrest of Mamu. A tragic event in Jigawa State. Schools were said to have sustained injuries while many houses and shops were destroyed following a gas cylinder explosion in Babura local government area of Jigawa State on Monday night. The public relations officer of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Jigawa Command, Adamu Shehu, confirmed the incident in a statement on Tuesday morning. He said the incident occurred when a truck laden with a filled gas cylinder exploded in Babura LGA, Jigawa State. He said many houses and shops were burnt following the incident, adding that scores were injured but no death was recorded yet. The tragedy occurred yesterday night, Monday, 12 September 2022, at about 2100 hours, he said in a statement. The NSCDC spokesman explained that the victims were receiving medical attention at the General Hospital, Babura. From that story, we'll go to a national/foreign. A 24-year-old lady, Anastasia Michael, has written an open letter to the daughter of Senator Ike Ekweremadu, Sonia, offering to donate one of her kidneys to save her life. This is coming after the 25-year-old Sonia Ekweremadu made an appeal to members of the public to donate a kidney to save her life. Responding to the appeal in a Facebook post on Monday, Anastasia said she was ready to offer one of her kidneys to Ekweremadu if none of her family members could do that, adding that it is to prove that women can help women. Anastasia also said she is donating for free, praying that her kidney should match Sonia's. She disclosed that she had already forwarded a mail to the mail address provided by Sonia. Going to the death of Queen Elizabeth II concerning her coffin flown to London. Queen Elizabeth's coffin will be flown to London on Tuesday at the end of the 24 hours lying at rest in Edinburgh's historic cathedral, where her son, King Charles, and his 3 siblings held a silent vigil. Charles was joined by her sister Anne and brothers Andrew and Edward for the 10-minute vigil on Monday at St. Giles Cathedral, where they stood heads bowed at the 4 sides of the coffin while members of the public passed to pay their respects. While a bagpipe lament had been the only sound as kitted soldiers bore the casket earlier in the day, the 4 royals left the vigil in darkness to the sound of applause from mourners lining the streets. Frances Payne, 63, said she had been surprised to see the Queen's 4 children as she entered the cathedral. I was just overwhelmed because there was so much to take in, she said. People queued overnight to pay their respect, with some arriving with sleeping children and many wearing winter jackets, scarves, and woolen hats to keep out the cold. From that story, we'll go to the sports story, which wraps up the world news. Anthony Joshua's team has confirmed that he has agreed to all terms to fight Tyson Fury on December 3, 2022. According to TalkSport, the duo will meet in a WBC heavyweight title fight. The fight is expected to hold at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, England. Joshua lost his belt to Ukrainian Alexander Usyk in 2021 and failed in the attempt to reclaim them last month as Usyk outboxed him. Anthony Joshua lost a comeback fight on August 20, 2022 against Alexander Usyk in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That wraps up the world news this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Health workers threaten strike over federal government's neglect over sector. Democrat urges FG to pay a law prohibiting politicians' children from schooling abroad. We will fight bandits with bees, poisonous snakes, and Moteco balls, claims. And finally, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury to fight in December 2022. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of the goods and services, coverage of event and function, Please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. Good evening.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just tune to BGI TV. BGI TV, you're one in a million.